People that value human life and Twitch streamers, welcome to a brand new video. I have maybe the greatest news of the year so far, thus far, for all of us. If you like justice, I have good news for you. If you like chaos, I have good news for you. And if you just like a little bit of Hasan smoldering, I have very good news for you. So this over here is Hasan Piker. You might not recognize him under his true colors, but this is the largest leftist political streamer in the world. He is a big supporter of Houthi terrorists. Now, I know what you're thinking, bro. How could the biggest leftist streamer in the world be a big supporter of terrorists? That's fucking retarded. And the answer to that is yes, he's fucking retarded. Well, on my brilliant channel, I do have to say, I don't mean to self-glaze too much, but I've been doing a deep dive into Hasan's controversies. And on the How is Hasan Piker playlist, we're at 275%, but we're pushing it up to 280. Bro is literally 280% fucked right now, and I am not saying that as hyperbole. I mean it 100%. He's 100% 280% fucked because Donald Trump is attacking the Houthis. All right, so stick around because the Hasan crash out is inevitable. This is breaking news, so I'm sure his crash out is going to be monumental. All right, you are so not ready for this. So President Donald J. Trump tweeted something pretty bad to all Houthi terrorists. They're terrorists, by the way. Your time is up. Today I have ordered the United States military launch decisive and powerful military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against American and other ships, aircrafts, and drones. Joe Biden's response was pathetically weak, so the unrestrained Houthis just kept going. It has been over a year since a U.S.-flagged commercial ship safely sailed through the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, or the Gulf of Aden. The last American warship to go through the Red Sea 4 months ago was attacked by Houthis over a dozen times. Funded by Iran, the Houthi thugs have fired missiles at the U.S. aircraft and targeted our troops and allies. These relentless assaults have cost the U.S. and world economy many billions of dollars, while at the same time putting innocent lives at risk. The Houthi attack on American vessels will not be tolerated. We will use overwhelming lethal force until we have achieved our objective. The Houthis have choked off shipping in one of the most important waterways in the world, grinding vast swaths of global commerce to a halt, and attacking core principle of freedom of navigation upon which the international trade and commerce depends. Our brave warfighters are right now carrying out aerial attacks, guys. Aerial attacks, and there's video footage of the attacks. It's pretty fucking crazy. Luffy's out there hiding under rocks right now. On the terrorist bases leaders and the missile defenses to protect American shipping, air and naval assets, and to restore navigational freedom, no terrorist force will stop American commercial and naval vessels from freely sailing the waterways of the world. To all Houthi terrorists! Oh fuck. Your time is up and your attacks must stop. Starting today, if they don't, hell will rain down upon you like nothing you have ever seen before. I can almost feel Hasan shaking from here. To Iran, support for the Houthi terrorists must end immediately. Do not threaten the American people. Their president, who has received one of the largest mandates in presidential history, all 7 swing states, all 7 of them, popular vote, Rosie McDonald, moved to Ireland. She's so fat and ugly. Our worldwide shipping lanes. If you do, beware, because America will hold you fully accountable and won't be nice about it. I cannot believe bro ended his giant threat post with "and won't be nice about it." That's gotta be the most fucking gangster shit in the history of time. Now the thing is, you might say that Trump is bluffing, but he fucking carpet bombed the Houthis today, so he's not bluffing. All right, that is confirmed. He is not in fact bluffing. So before we get into the attack, what the Houthis are doing, and all of the insane shit that's going on, I need to quantify a specific claim of mine, and that is the Hasan crash out. Now, this is a clip that took place a little while ago. This is Hasan Piker, largest political streamer, 280% piked right now. And this is the person he's interviewing. This is, drumroll please, a Houthi terrorist. All right, now you're probably thinking, he's doing journalism. He's asking him the hard-hitting questions. Now, I personally am not against interviewing people that you're against. Listen, I'll be real here. I would debate/interview Hasan Piker if he had the pecker for it. I would do it. Even though that would involve platforming a borderline terrorist propagandist piece of shit over here, I would still do it because I would push back. The thing is, he did not push back against the Houthi terrorist. Instead, he asked him pretty basic gay bitch questions like this.
Okay, this is a stupid question. Okay, you can preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
اوكي اول شيء بقول لك انه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي اهلك تعرف شو هو ون بيس عمرك سمعت بون بيس
اكيد يعني طفوله وانا ون بيس لوفي
Luffy?
yeah he said he's been watching it since he was a kid
No way!
Wow.
Yes,
Wow, Luffy
yes,
shaking
that's
right now.
Fire. That's so fire.
Damn.
Oh my god. Dude, we think the Houthis Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. You should.
So this is Hasan supporting terrorists. Okay, this took place on Twitch. All right, this is on Twitch. This isn't just glazing a terrorist, because he always likes obfuscating and saying, oh, he's not a terrorist, he's just a kid, which is wrong. He is a terrorist. This has been confirmed. He messaged that he took photo ops with captives that the Houthis have captured. All right, Houthis have murdered innocent people and kidnapped innocent people and bombed trade ships. All right, now to be completely clear here, he says that he thinks that the Houthis are doing what Luffy would do. He constantly glazes Luffy. He loves One Piece because that's the one opinion Hasan has that's actually correct. One Piece is pretty great. However, this is Hasan Piker, the largest leftist political streamer in the world, not only platforming a terrorist uncritically, but promoting and arguing for the justice of terrorism on Twitch. All right, I just want to be clear, understand exactly what level of fucked we're talking about, because when the hammer falls down on Hasan and my critically acclaimed How Fucked is Hasan Piker franchise is played in court, I want to say that the content will be fantastic. Now, I know what you're thinking. A year passed after Hasan had a lapse in judgment and accidentally glazed a terrorist. Now, here's the thing. I think Hasan is a terrorist supporter, but I also want to make it clear that I think that he fully condones this shit. He just knows you can't say it. So this is 1 year later, Hasan talking about him glazing a terrorist. Now, you ready for the backtrack, guys?
since he was a kid.
No way! This is, for the record, that interview
Yeah, right.
was conducted
Right.
a year ago at
Right.
this point.
Yeah.
And still, to
Right.
this fucking day.
Yeah.
To this fucking day.
Yes!
Oh my lord,
Oh,
dude.
his
Everyone
lord.
loves being like, dude, he loves terrorism. Hasan loves terrorism. That's
Hasan does love terrorism. I highly suggest any Hasan Glazers that are watching this video, highly suggest you check out the critically acclaimed Hasan Piker is 200% fucked, because he does love terrorism. I think he is a actual pipeline gateway drug to straight up terrorism. I think bro is one step away from handing out ISIS flyers.
a terrorist. He's killed people and he will kill again. That was last January. People still fucking freak out over it. That interview that created 1,000 new jobs for Clippers. I know.
That's me, guys.
Did the government ever call you about
off
that?
him.
About what? You think the government would give me a call
Not yet.
because I interviewed that 19-year-old Yemeni teenager? What is
I love how he keeps whitewashing it to like such an unbelievable degree. I didn't interview a terrorist, guys, even though he's a terrorist. I interviewed a random Yemeni teenager. All right, this is his defense.
what?
Great
No.
defense.
Dude, people are fucking insane. No, you know who gave me a call about the video? The New York Times, because they were like, hey, can you give us access to this one, please?
Yeah, my asshole.
The people that gave me a call after the interview was other journalists who were
Nice.
like, that was a
I
fucking
love how he says other journalists like he's a journalist.
banger interview. I'm so glad you did that. And also,
Right.
like, journalists who were like, can we also get access to this person so we can interview them as well?
Right. My favorite thing about this is Hasan literally does the Trump self-glaze. He's too much of an ego to even recognize it. You know, I walked in and I was like, wow, Donald, you have such a fantastic penis. It's so large and huge. All 7 swing states, that's pretty crazy. I didn't say it. Other people have told me of how incredible of a lover I am. Like, bro, that's exactly what he's doing. And other journalists told me my journalism was good. Like, the funniest fucking shit is, to me personally, the fact that it's not like he did one glazing terrorist interview. It's that he advocates for terrorism all the time. Now, the funny thing is the side-by-side. I love this side-by-side. All right? Look at how... So I wanted to show you those 2 clips separately just to put this side-by-side here to show you just how slimy this little bitch is. All right, bro's 280% fucked, and we are calculating.
My last 2 attempts got canned. I don't know how the chat moderation works. How was the Yemeni kid not connected to the Houthis, and does it even matter if he was? Not only does it not matter to me if he was or not, it would obviously...
To be clear, it doesn't matter to him if the kid is a terrorist.
change the dynamic of the interview.
The kid, that's 19, by the way.
If he was, but he is not. They turned Galaxy into a fucking tourist destination. Are we about to have a Houthi rebel?
Right, so that was the first clip where he says that the kid was not a terrorist, but if you look to right before he actually interviews the terrorist, he says something else.
Turned Galaxy into a fucking tourist destination. Are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me.
Right there.
Of course I'm about to have I'm a journalist,
right.
Okay? This is journalism.
Yeah, so of course we're gonna have a Houthi rebel on stream, he says, even though the Houthis are a designated terrorist organization, which makes this not only violating the guidelines of Twitch, but honestly, we need to look into this shit. What do you think, Donald? What do you think? So after getting a tiny little bit of pushback on interviewing a terrorist, this was Hasan's response.
We're not like, oh, you're trans, we're gonna kill you. They were like, oh, thank you for your fucking humanitarian aid. They don't give a shit. Like, it's the same as any other kind of person. I talked to a teenager from Yemen.
A terrorist.
Okay, who everyone called, myself included, called Timothy Charlemagne or Chalamet.
Is that the One Piece one?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now this kid,
19-year-old terrorist,
is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him.
It's crazy how slimy and snaky he is when he describes his shit.
Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right?
Sure.
Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay.
Yeah. Anne Frank, you know, the Jewish girl that wrote a diary about how she cares about the lives of people that was murdered by the Nazis. She wrote a diary talking about how humans are special and you have to love everybody, which was the last thing she wrote before she was murdered by the Nazis. And her father is the only survivor of their entire family and published her diary. Yeah, so that girl who literally did nothing wrong ever and was murdered because she was Jewish and that was it during the Holocaust. Yeah, that's basically the same as this terrorist that he interviewed.
We'll talk to Anne Frank in real
Bro,
time.
What?
That's all.
What are you talking about?
Is
crazy.
Death and destruction.
Holy shit, he's crazy.
Oh
my god. So this is more than ample proof that this guy is a absolute fucking degenerate piece of shit, terrorist supporting motherfucker. But if you think that's the only time he supported the Houthis, terrorists, you'd be wrong. Now the thing is, if I had a nickel for every time Hasan Piker straight up, uncritically glazed Houthi terrorists on his stream, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it is kind of strange that it happened twice. Unless, of course, he's a terrorist sympathizer. So this is Hasan and his friend NMP who joined the stream, and Hasan plays a music video for him.
Is it Rust?
Bro, they fucking, look at this.
Oh, I don't even need to show you the fucking Houthi musical. This is in the same stream right after. This is showing terrorism. This is showing actual terrorism. A drone coming in to take the ship.
Yeah, they got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking they start overtaking the ship. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel.
I love how he does this. He's such a fucking degenerate piece of shit. No more trade to Israel. This is a ship from China, okay? Go to Turkey or something. This is not going to Israel. It's not from Israel. This ship has nothing to do with Israel. Bro just hates Jews so much. So much. He is straight up glazing terrorists that are doing something that has nothing to do with Israel at all. Oh my god, that's insanity. Oh crap.
If you're an Israeli, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, or if you are actually sending...
This isn't owned by an Israeli corporation.
...ships to the Israeli port...
This isn't even sending shit to an Israeli port. Now, just to be clear, I don't think committing acts of terrorism against Israel is appropriate at all either. It's still terrorism. Sorry, guys. That's still pretty fucking awful. But it's the fact that he's also wrong. Like, his justification, which is a bullshit justification, is also wrong.
It's not a lot. It's the other one that is now bankrupt. But what was the other port? Haifa, right? Is it Haifa? Is Haifa the bankrupt one? Anyway, there's a lot of information. I can't recall all of it. But they go, if you are sending ships into Israel. If you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation,
It's all wrong.
we're going to take over your ships.
He's straight up making shit up. All right, I just want to make this clear. He is straight up making shit up. All right, just in case you were curious. The Galaxy leadership, that's what he's talking about, before it was captured by Houthis on November 19th. And by the way, kidnapped the crew. The Galaxy leadership was en route from Turkey to India. And it was a Bahamas flagship operated by Japanese company. Dog, there were 4 separate different countries, okay, that got together to contribute to this crew, okay? All right, you got a trip from Turkey to India. It's a Bahamas ship piloted by Japanese, and he's like, bro, look what they're doing to Israel.
You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce this until you...
He is straight up unconditionally glazing terrorists. Like, are we on the same page here? He is straight up glazing terrorists right here, the Houthis.
stop doing genocide in Gaza. Because they say it. They're like,
This has fucking nothing to do with genocide in Gaza or anything like that. This has nothing to do with Israel whatsoever, or Gaza, or anything.
listen, we don't like you. We're not a fan of you. Okay?
So it's like a third party.
Yeah, this is a group of people that are like, no, we care about the Palestinians. We don't want you bombing them.
This has nothing to
we're
do
gonna
with
fucking take
anything.
action, and we're gonna try to punish
Oh
you
my
economically
God.
to the best of our ability.
First of all, even if this was about the Palestinians, it's terrorism. All right, just to be clear, this isn't war. This isn't a nation. This is terrorism. But it's also just totally not. It's completely wrong.
And by God, they started doing that,
Hamas Piker out here pushing propaganda wherever he could find it.
and they were doing it real well. So they started
Real well. They really did a good one when they caused America to drone strike Yemen to get rid of these pieces of shit.
taking over these ships.
Isn't this old news? You already know Hasan likes the Houthis. Oh, my children, just wait.
They started targeting the ships. If you pass through, they communicate with you. They're like, hey, where are you going? Whatever, blah blah blah. And if you're trying to get in there, we're gonna fucking bomb you.
Are there people on this helicopter right now?
Yes. What do you mean? Of course there are people on this helicopter. What do you think is a fucking drone?
Kind of, from this angle.
No, there are people on this
So
helicopter.
this is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the best thing about all these terrorists is that they actually stream the atrocities that they do, and Hasan still finds a way to deny half of them. Isn't that cool?
They're flexing.
What? And
But-
they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have
Yeah, and then they kidnap the entire crew and hold them as hostages. Actual fucking retard. I could keep showing this to you. This is also the same stream that he showed an actual Houthi musical video to the same guy. Look at
Saudi
this.
deal.
You did?
Oh yeah, me and XQC both.
Oh no, damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I needed the money.
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way.
These are terrorists.
Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah.
The Houthis are terrorists.
Okay, I'm sorry. The money.
So he plays the music video. Now look at the lyrics. Make it a major world war. They're shooting Mauser rifles used by the Germans to kill Jews, by the way. And he gets up and leaves. And he leaves this music video to just play off screen. Like he just endorses the whole thing. I'm not sitting through the whole thing, but look, he plays it for 2 minutes and then he comes back and he's like, yeah, what do you mean? It's the what do you mean?
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video,
He's like fucking traumatized. He's like, what are you doing? Yeah, he just showed a terrorist propaganda. Oh my fucking God. Nasrallah is based. Yeah, Nasrallah is a terrorist also. But anyway, he's dead. Not the point. Point is, let me tell you a couple of things that the Houthis are pretty well known for. So first, these are the Houthis. This is their flag. This flag is translated into English as God is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, curse be upon the Jews, victory to Islam. This is the official political slogan of the Houthi movement. All right, just want to make it clear exactly what's going on here. All right, that's what just try to make this clear. All right, that's what they're doing out here. Yep, death to America, death to Israel, curse on the Jews. All right, so I wanted to show you some highlights of what the Houthis have been doing, because this is the person that Hasan Piker supports, and this is why Trump wants to fucking bomb the shit out of them. They targeted civilians and infrastructures. 2, they use child soldiers. They have sieges and starvation tactics, torture and arbitrary detentions. I just want to be clear. The UN estimated over 377,000 deaths, okay, by 2021. I just want to make this clear. These are the people that Hasan are supporting. That's fucking insane. Holy shit. Torture and arbitrary detentions, attack on maritime trade, looting humanitarian aid. All right? The killing of Ali Abdullah Saleh, whatever. The point that I'm trying to make is, these are despicable, horrible terrorists that Hasan supports all the time. And anyway, Mr. President Donald over here dropped the warning, your time is up. And I think it's important to understand where this story actually develops from here. So, to start things off, the day began in a very funny way. President Trump tweets, today the fugitive leader of ISIS in Iraq was killed. He was relentlessly hunted down by our intrepid warfighters. His miserable life was terminated. Like, the way he writes this shit is insane. Along with another member of ISIS in cooperation with the Iraqi government, the Kurdish regional government, peace through strength, President Donald J. Trump. His miserable life was cut short. He died like a dog. Anyway. So Trump's been, he's been cooking a little. And here's the cute little video published by the White House of President Trump terminating ISIS leader in targeted strike, much to the pain and suffering of poor Hasan Piker. So as you can see, everything's looking nice, little pew! And that's it. Look at that. Suddenly, one less fucking degenerate piece of shit terrorist in the world. Honestly, a pretty good day. I would go as far as, I would argue that's pretty based and awesome. We'd love to see it. Anywho, so this is the basic graph that I put together for us all to appreciate. So over here is the fuck around find out graph. It's important to see and visualize this because turns out they fucked around and they have in fact found out. Now, moving on. I've already read this to you. Pete Hegseth, the military dude, he retweets this shit. Godspeed to our warriors. Houthi attacks on American ships and aircraft and our troops will not be tolerated, and Iran, their benefactor, is on notice. Freedom of navigation will be restored. America, under President Trump, will never back down. And it's pretty nice to see, because under Biden, they basically removed the Houthis from the terrorist registry, which is an unbelievable show of weakness, honestly, and it just basically emboldened the Houthis to keep committing more terrorism. This is a massive W. Fuck these people. Honestly, listen, I have been in Israel when Houthis have fired like UAVs and missiles and shit into Israel that I've had to go into bunkers for. Like, and they were just firing it arbitrarily at random civilian populations. Thankfully, no one was hurt from any of these attacks that I was there for. But the point that I'm trying to make is, these are pretty bad fucking guys. Pretty horrible. Very excited to see somehow Hasan turn this around on his next stream and be like, oh, actually, guys, the reason why Trump is fighting the Houthis is because of Israel. That's gonna be cool. So after Trump makes this tweet to all the Houthi terrorists, your time is up. We won't be nice about it. Hell will rain down upon you, right? So the White House retweets it with this very ominous video. Look at this shit. And there they go. And they're just, dude, if this isn't the most like gangster fucking shit in the world. Trump says, Houthis, you're cooked. And then the White House tweets images of fighter jets flying off. Holy moly. You know Hasan is immediately sending links to this shit to his terrorist friends on speed dial. Also, it's confirmed that Trump has banned travel to Afghanistan, Yemen, Iran, Libya, Syria, and Pakistan had their visas restricted. And people are calling him Islamophobic. Of course, it's always the pretty great response. Pretty great response. Trump is killing terrorists. That's pretty Islamophobic of you. Well, if you think that's Islamophobic, then you can't really make the differentiation between a terrorist and a regular Muslim, which says more about you than it does about Trump. So, as you can see from this video, this is a video that was filmed by Israeli intelligence, and this was filmed in Yemen. And this smoke cloud, yeah, that kind of makes it look a little insane. Not gonna lie, it looks a little crazy. Yikers, schmikers, as they say. It gets even wilder because this is not fucking around. Holy balls. Listen, I think not negotiating with terrorists is a pretty base thing to say. Holy schmiblets. Yeah, so Trump bombed the shit out of them, as they say. So once again, we come back to this chart. Hello to the Houthi. Shalom, Houthis. Welcome to the class on the Trump chart. So I think it is important to look at this because there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack, and I think we are in fact unpacking it. So I wanted to look at this quick little 3-minute news segment. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. Love to see it. A little 3-minute news segment talking about how terrorists are dying, and it's a good thing, actually.
All right, some breaking news. The U.S. has begun to carry out large-scale military strikes in Yemen's capital of Sana'a Sources on the ground are reporting that these attacks included both air and naval strikes on
Whoa.
dozens of targets. Our Middle East correspondent, Zach Anders, he's live in Tel
no.
Aviv with the latest. Zach, what do you know?
Yeah, we're seeing some early reports now of those explosive munitions impacting these sites around that capital of Sana'a. It's about 9:30, about almost 10 o'clock there, local time in Yemen. Now, we're seeing a large, based on what we can gather from those posting on the ground, a large number of sites that are actively burning. It appears that this is a multi-wave attack with dozens of targets just around the capital. You would have to imagine, as this campaign has kicked off against the Houthis, that there is a lot of attention and focus outside the capital as well. The Houthis have built up their infrastructure deep in some underground facilities in some areas. They're not all around the capital. They have a vast control over the...
Bro, I can just imagine Hassan's tears. Oh, all his friends are in danger.
west and southern ends of that country in the Gulf. Now, one of the things that we were tracking just a few hours before this was the movement of the carrier strike group Truman. The last reported position was in this area in the Red Sea. What we're trying to piece together is how broad these attacks appear to be. And again, we're getting reports of dozens of sites that have already been hit. And the planes, people are still reporting they're hearing them overhead. So it's likely that these attacks are ongoing. From what we're hearing here in Israel, there's an expectation that these attacks could last for days, given how pervasive and
Look, you know, honestly, I don't want to be rude here, but if the Houthis realize that if they fuck around, they actually find out, they might stop fucking around. Either that or they'll pull a Johnny Somali and keep fucking, in which case they will keep finding. I personally think that this is the only real way you could deal with fucking terrorists. Honestly, I don't want to be rude here, but I have to say, I really think this is the only thing. It's like, you know, when you get a migraine headache and you take Advil? This is the Advil.
Deep underground, some of this infrastructure is. For those Israeli sources that we speak to, one of the immediate things they're thinking about is, would, in this moment where the Houthis appear to be getting pounded pretty good, would they attempt to launch another ballistic missile at Israel?
I'm calling it yes. I think they will. Because terrorists don't actually give a flying fuck about the innocent civilians around them that die. So I think that they probably will, because the terrorists, they have their bunkers. And the civilians, they don't. So the terrorists will walk out of their bunker, they'll shoot a missile, and then they'll jump underground. And collateral damage will happen, and then they will say that, how dare America kill civilians. I'm just saying, this is literally the cycle of life.
Right now, we're not getting any word from the Israeli side as to any concern. The last time the Houthis launched a ballistic missile at Israel was January 18th. They launched 2. They were successfully intercepted. They have launched dozens of drones and ballistic missiles over the past several months. But January 18th was when that stopped, right before President Trump's inauguration. This is
Again, just want to make this clear. Why do you think the Houthis stopped shooting missiles the day before Trump's inauguration? No, seriously, I want you to let me know. Why do you think? The answer is because they were fucking terrified. They were shaking in their boots. We all need to literally come together here to recognize the fact that no fucking shit. All right? Obviously. They were scared of Trump. And everyone says that, no, Biden, but yeah, come on, bro.
A precarious moment here, as we also have the Israeli war cabinet still, from what we can tell, still meeting. We are getting some initial understanding that there may be some sort of decisive action taken by the Israelis and Prime Minister Netanyahu tonight as well, not pertaining to the Houthis, but pertaining to Gaza. So this could be a very eventful night here, again, as we're watching what appears to be the launch of a very large air campaign against that terror group in Yemen, sending a very clear message to Iran and the terror leaders in Tehran. Guys.
Yeah, Tehran is in Iran. But so the wildest shit is Iran. They are the sponsors to both the Houthis and Hamas. Like, they're like the big terrorist sponsors on the fucking Middle East. And it's kind of wild. It's kind of absolutely wild to see this shit go down in real time. I do have to say, my heart goes out to Luffy out there, living his best life, just trying to survive. So, because Asmongold and Hasan have been beefing a lot lately, I wanted to see, Asmongold did like some brief coverage of this shit, and I personally just want to see him lose his mind. I didn't watch his video, but I very much wanted to see his actual crash out session over the fact that Luffy's poor friends are getting annihilated by the Trumpledore. This is truly a wonderful day for people that don't like when terrorists kill innocent people. This is a good day for all of those people. If you like that terrorists kill innocent people, this is probably a bad day for you, which is why Hasan is 280% cooked.
Today, the fugitive leader of ISIS in Iraq was killed. He was relentlessly hunted
He
down.
died like a dog, a miserable dog.
By our intrepid warfighters. His miserable life was terminated along with another member of ISIS in coordination with the Iraqi government and the Kurdish regional government. Peace through strength.
That's Donald. Listen, he's a poet. He's a poet.
His miserable life was terminated. Oh my God.
I'm glad we could all come together and recognize that this is a great thing. It's a great thing. All of us agree. All of us agree, except for probably Hasan Piker. And I ask you to ask yourself, why does Hasan not like the fact that Houthi terrorists are being bombed? Why is Hasan personally probably upset that they're deporting terrorist sympathizers from America right now? I wonder. I will let you decide on the answer to that one. Honestly, documenting the Hasan crash outs is very fun. It brings a new sense of joy to my heart.
Ordered the United States military to launch divisive and military.
This is the downfall arc for Hasan. The Hasan Piker is any percent fuck franchise started when Trump came into office, and it will keep going until victory is assured. But I think victory is already assured, to be honest. I think, I believe in karma to a certain extent. I think that you do some shit and the shit comes around back to you. If you are going to consistently and constantly support terrorists that murder and rape innocent people, I think eventually the tides will turn. Eventually it's going to happen, and I will be here to make content about it personally.
Military action against Houthi terrorists. Oh no! Luffy's in trouble!
Yes! Oh, Luffy! The stray shots to Hamas Piker. I just wanted to show you how much terrorist glazing, specifically towards the Houthis, Hasan did. Oh my God, I am so excited for Hasan to have his crash out and blame Israel. He is gonna be like, Trump is just trying to help Israel do crimes. I am telling you that's gonna be his response. Not, you know, the very basic, they're terrorists, fuck them response.
Oh no! Oh shit! This is horrible!
Not Luffy.
Today, I've ordered the United States military to launch decisive and powerful military action against Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They've waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against American and other ships, aircraft, and drones. Joe Biden's response was pathetically weak.
It was worse than weak. Joe Biden decided to remove the Houthis from the terrorist list while they were committing acts of terror. And that just made the Houthis be like, holy shit, we could just keep going.
So the unrestrained Houthis just kept going. It's been over a year since the U.S. flagged commercial ship sailed safely through the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, or the Gulf of Aden. The last American warship to go through the Red Sea 4 months ago was attacked by the Houthis over a dozen times. Funded by Iran, the Houthis...
Yeah, as I mentioned, Iran is the main sponsors of, like, all the terrorists, all the, like, separate terrorist groups in the Middle East, like the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, they're all funded by Iran. Which is why Trump constantly threatens Iran. Like, that's his new thing. Trump said that, if anything happens to me, if I die, we will wipe Iran off the face of the earth. Because apparently there were ties from Iran funding Trump assassination attempts too.
Thugs have fired missiles at U.S. aircraft and targeted our troops and allies. These relentless assaults have cost the U.S. and world economy many billions of dollars, while at the same time putting innocent lives at risk. The Houthi attack on the American vessels will not be tolerated.
Babe! God! He's finally someone that actually has testicles. Yes, they're orange, but at least they're there.
We'll be using overwhelming lethal force until we have achieved... Bro, this sentence.
Dude, that's just Trump. That's how Trump talks. It will be hell. Hell will be so hellish. All the hells that were written in your scriptures will not have painted a good enough picture of the hell that will be befalling you if you don't suck my penis right now. Sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. Oh, wait. I actually do.
We will use overwhelming lethal force until we have achieved our objective. The Houthis have choked off shipping in one of the most important waterways of the world grinding vast swaths of global commerce to a halt and attacking the core principle of freedom of navigation upon which our international trade commerce depends. Our brave warfighters—
You don't have the cards, Luffy. Sorry, Luffy, you just don't have the cards. Nice try, Luffy. Luffy is a bitch. Oh my god. Trump Luffy drama was not on my bingo card.
right now are carrying out aerial attacks on terrorist bases, leaders, and missile defenses to protect American shipping, air, and naval assets to restore navigational freedom. No terrorist force will stop American commercial ships. To all Houthi
Dante's Inferno will look like a tropical island compared to what the Houthis are about to undergo.
terrorists,
I am going to equip miniature guillotines to chop the balls off every Houthi terrorist I come. Yeah, holy fuck. Bro's not playing.
your time is up and your attacks must stop, starting today. If they don't, hell will rain down
Oh my
upon you
God.
like nothing you have ever seen before.
Wow. Good shit.
Oh my god.
Good shit. Yeah,
Holy
bro's not
shit.
playing.
He's cooking? Yeah. Did he write that? Guaranteed he wrote this. Absolutely. You know he wrote this. Yep, this is what I voted for. Yep. To Iran, support.
Guys, I'm not even shitting you right now. I saw someone in my chat say that I'm sure Hasan is right now freaking out on stream. Hasan is literally, look at his chat, Chad Trotsky, Chad Stalin. You can't even make this shit up. Oh my god, he's watching a fucking Russian dictator's son, communist, Stalin goat. Stalin murdered how many millions of innocent people did he murder? I'm not even kidding. This is literally what he's doing right now when his best friends are getting bombed and, what, dude, look at this. Stalin goat. What is even happening? He's just watching communist propaganda right now. I can't. All right. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, we'll do research for his next video later.
For the Houthi terrorists must end immediately. Do not threaten the American people, their president, who has received one of the largest mandates in presidential history.
All 7 swing states.
Or worldwide shipping lanes. If you do, beware, because America will hold you fully accountable and we won't be nice about it.
God damn.
Hell will rain down upon you like nothing you have ever seen before.
Very cool. Yeah, nope,
Man.
bro doesn't play. It turns out terrorism is in fact bad and should be annihilated. Incredibly basic. All right, this isn't called hell rain. We call it the rain of freedom. My freedom missiles will free all of these people from their earthly connections. We call them freedom missiles and freedom drones. Yes.
Man, that's a lot. Content president? Yeah, I guess so, right? Oh my.
I'm sure someone is going to get upset that you're calling the death of these people content, but I personally don't give a flying fuck, okay? They're terrorists. Their death is content, and also funny at the same time. Now, you could say that it makes me immoral to say these things. You can even cancel me on Twitter, because how dare I go against the narrative that terrorists are in fact cool, which is the Twitch narrative. Sorry, bro. Incredibly based. Get the fuck out of planet America, as it's going to be called eventually, probably. Ask Trump.
I'd base my president, I guess so. And Trump got bumped with the microphone. I saw that already. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, thank God. I mean, this is a great thing.
This is great. If you're not an American citizen and you're supporting terrorists and you're in America, get the fuck out of America. If you are a terrorist and you're not in America, get the fuck out of the planet. And dog, I think this man's spitting. Man knows what he's doing.
I mean, they're fucking terrorists. Yeah, kill them. Like,
duh.
What are we talking
They're killing innocent people, honestly. No innocent person that they kill, all right, every single one of them combined is not worth the soul of an innocent person that they kill. Sorry, bro. Get the fuck out of reality, bitch.
About, obviously. Yeah, it's not even a question. Yeah, they're attacking our ships? What the fuck do we have? We spend $1 trillion a year on the military. If we can't go kill people that are attacking our ships, well, I want my fucking money back.
Damn, bro's
That's
fitting.
how I see it. Yeah, if we're not good.
And I love how everyone makes Asmongold sound like some crazy Trump supporter when he says these things. I really think this is incredibly basic shit. Like, to be honest, for real, these are terrorists, all right? These terrorists are murdering innocent people. Americans, non-Americans, shooting missiles at populated civilian areas, attacking American ships. Dog, time for them to find out, all right? For real.
Oh, and in doing this,
I think some people need to remember what happened when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. I'm not saying I want Trump to launch a nuke. I don't actually want that at all. I'm just saying it would be nice if people remembered not to fuck around too much.
then yeah, give me my fucking money back. That's it. Actually true. Yeah. What? It's not even a question. Kill all terrorists. I guess so. Yeah, exactly. We signed a budget and Trump threatens to drop the sun. Yeah, they're attacking your ships because you support Israel? Well, I guess they should stop attacking our ships. We're gonna
It
kill them.
doesn't matter. I love that argument every single time. That's the Hasan argument. He literally shows a whole ass video of terrorists storming a Japanese manned ship going from Turkey to India, and he's like, well, because they're against Israel. That's like that's a justification.
Simple. They don't get to decide who we support. If they think they do, then they're dead.
Yeah, well,
It's that simple.
it's that simple.
Peace through strength. And by the way,
Yeah.
if there's an option to, I will vote for that every single time. And that's it. Yeah, I don't care what you think your moral authority is or whatever. If you're attacking our ships, I will vote for the person who will kill the people attacking our ships. Full stop, no restrictions, absolutely. Thank God.
Man,
That's
I'm
how I
with him.
see it.
I completely agree.
Absolutely.
I completely agree. Listen, to quote a Bible verse, someone's trying to kill you, just wake up a little earlier than him to kill him first. All right? For real, for real. I fully stand by this shit.
Sith for president? No, it's not being Sith. It's being common sense. That's reasonable. Very reasonable. Extremely reasonable. Asmongold tell Daily News to justify America killing innocent folk because you support genocide of ship thieves. Genocide of ship thieves. That's a good one. And anyway, so
Everyone likes morally grandstanding, putting different labels on people. It's like, why should I even discuss with you? You're just a pro-genocide Nazi Hitler man. Right? And that's basically the move. It's you just put labels on them to invalidate their opinions. But I really think this is a pretty basic opinion. And honestly, fully, yeah.
So yeah, this is amazing, and I can't wait to see this happen. I hope they post more videos of it, and I think watching the videos of this would be fucking amazing. And I think this is something like, bro, this is like, if they start posting these on the news, people are gonna love it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so Americans are the only ones that that can determine violence should be used or not. Yeah. Pretty much, because we've got bigger weapons, and if they don't like it, then that's too bad.
See, I understand his response, but to add even more nuance, they literally chant death to America, okay? They want to wipe out America. They are bombing American ships. They would love if they had the opportunity to kidnap American people, and they try to do so, and they try to kill American people. Fuck them. For real, for real. Like, incredibly basic shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cry about it.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, go listen to some One Piece openings while you cry your fucking bitch terrorist propagandist tears.
Yep, that's right. Absolutely. You don't like it? Too bad. Stop being a terrorist.
Yeah, just
That's
that, right?
it. It's so easy. Yeah, it's so easy to.
I love how Asmongold's take here is, in my opinion, what everyone's take was 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I think everyone had Asmongold's opinion. But because of the piece of shit Hasan Pikers of the world that are going to literally make entire careers on the shoulders of terrorists, all right, and all that cringe shit, suddenly people have their opinions changing. And I'm really glad that the current administration in America is like, if you are not an American citizen and you are here trying to support terrorists, get the fuck out of the country. I'm fully on board with literally all of that. Completely. The wildest shit is, this isn't like a right-wing thing. In my opinion, this is a all-wing thing. This is a basic America thing. Basic Americans think that terrorists that chant death to America, that try to kill Americans, should find out. And honestly, we're living in this weird neo-culture where you have people like Hasan's out there not only defending terrorists, but running defense for them every opportunity they possibly can, calling Trump Hitler for attacking terrorists. These people are all insane, in my opinion. And it's very funny. And I enjoy it a lot. It makes me a little happier.
Not be a terrorist. I don't know why so many people have a problem with it, honestly. And they're just ship protesters. Are you against free speech now? I am, apparently. I actually saw this recently on Twitter.
Oh, yes,
So
of
this
course.
has been a very popular tweet. Now, this is an example. Obviously, this is what happens when you disagree with people that, again, this is how
I actually saw this meme.
disingenuous people like this are. Asmongold's a hypocrite, doesn't actually care about free speech. So we're going to play the clip. This is a popular clip.
Well, again, Hasan, he's a propagandist. So this is the most basic bitch propaganda in the world.
It's been going around, and it's critical of me. And it's implying that I have two separate standards for censorship in Europe and America. So let's watch the clip. So the government decides what's hateful or not, and whenever they make that decision, they decide to censor you arbitrarily. And people in Europe are okay with this? Man, y'all need to throw some TNT into the water or some shit. Like, you can't let this happen. Yeah, bro, you're gonna let these clowns boss you around.
Yeah, so to be clear, this is referring to the fact that there's no freedom of speech in Europe. There was someone that was arrested in England for praying next to an abortion clinic. I just want to make that clear.
No, we're not. Then organize and get rid of them. It's hard to say whether he committed a crime, but
this is referring to a non-American citizen. A non-American citizen that was in America distributing terrorist propaganda and committing acts of violence in the names of terrorism. Just wanted to make that clear.
There's a higher standard of conduct for people that are green card holders than people who are naturalized citizens. And he wasn't meeting that conduct, so he's getting deported, hopefully. And there should be? Yeah, they should be. And I support this completely. I hope they do this to more of them.
Yeah, he's right.
We have enough troublemakers in the country already without importing new ones on green cards to start even more trouble.
He's right.
A lot of people were unhappy about this. 26,000 retards were unhappy about this.
Well, I mean, Asmongold liked the tweet also, so I mean...
Let me make
I mean, this is your classic Hasan misrepresentation. If you want to hear his defense for it, you can watch his video. But that's not the point. This is like the classic Hasan strategy, misinformation, misrepresentation. It's like, Asmongold is a hypocrite. He doesn't care about freedom of speech because over here he cares that in Europe you don't have free speech. And over here he doesn't seem to care that a terrorist propagandist non-American citizen is getting deported for committing acts of violence in the names of terrorism. Obvious, insane, retard double standard. But anyway, I wanted to wrap this video up here because truly, to be honest, this is just another inside look at my favorite terrorist propagandist. Again, I don't want Hasan to get bombed, but I do want content. So listen, Trump, whatever you end up deciding, make sure Hasan is streaming while it happens. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Hasan is 280% fucked. At this point, anything over 100%, in my opinion, is just gathering more evidence that might play inside a courtroom one day. Who knows? I'm not saying that I think Hasan is evil. Okay, I do think Hasan is evil. I take it back. Thanks for being here and watching. I'm very excited to see his actual fucking meltdown since he is busy covering why communism is based instead of covering the fact that his friend Luffy is getting bombed in fucking Yemen right now. So definitely lock in for future content. If you're a terrorist, fuck you. You could go die, please. It will be better for everyone if you did it yourself instead of wasted the bullets made by hard-working Americans. Okay, bye! Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.